Hello, how's it going guys? Kildor here and welcome back to TCG Card Shop Simulator. Today we're going to be going over some things that I wish I knew as a beginner. First things first, here we are on day 257. We've been grinding out on this account almost every single night on stream. And for those of you who have not been to the channel before, this may look a little chaotic. Don't worry, we're not going to be spending much time in this mess. We got a nice little setup here in Shop Lot B where I can better explain things to you guys without all the chaos. So how's everyone doing today? Let's first start off with the stink machine, shall we? The most important thing to note is that stinky customers will scare away other customers, and you will be losing a lot of money in the early game if you are not dealing with them. So I would recommend, as soon as you can, going to accessories here and unlocking the cleansers ASAP. And once you're able to afford it in the early game, you're going to want to buy 2 of these M100s here, which you can do so in the My DIY app. They cost 500 each. They're not too expensive, but as soon as you get to level 18, you're going to want to try to upgrade to the G500s as soon as you can. This is very important because these M100s take 2 squirts to cleanse 1 customer. And I put 2 here, so that can usually cleanse 1 customer just fine. But the problem is if 2 stinky customers walk in at once, they do not appear to have an AoE effect, is what I'm trying to say. Only one of those 2 customers will get cleansed, the stinky will sneak in, and you will lose money because of it. However, if you upgrade to the G500 and or the T1000, those do take 1 spray to get rid of a stinky customer. So I also recommend in the early game having a personal shelf here at the door where you can have spray to kind of help out your M100s and yeah, do some work. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, no, we're good. So highly recommend this. It's only 150, but it's completely worth it. All right, next. In the early game, a lot of people are struggling with making money. I know this is a problem that I hear about all the time, especially in my comment section. And the main culprit to why you are probably not making a lot of money in your store are these 2 items here. Number 1 being the card table, and number 2 being the table. Unfortunately, as of the current patch, we are in version 0.46. Having either of these items in your shop will actively hurt your sales. When a customer walks into your shop, they have a chance of choosing between multiple activities and multiple items that they would like to purchase. If they choose to go to a table or if they choose to go to a card table, like this customer did right here, you are actively losing money because instead of going to one of your shelves to purchase items, they are usually buying cards here that are not worth very much. Now, unless you have a lot of expensive cards that you're selling, like here we have a lot of $300 $400 cards. If you're selling cards that are expensive, definitely consider using the card table, but I would recommend that when you do not have many usable cards, just box it up and put it down somewhere. The box will not despawn and you can always pick it back up and replace it whenever you want. All right, let's move on to the next thing, shall we? The next topic we're going to be covering today are shelves. Now, in the early game, I would highly recommend using these small shelves here, which you can buy right here. The small cabinet for 150. And the most important thing regarding these shelves is going to be the compartment capacity, which for this item is, or for this rack here is 48. And then we also have these shelves here, which a lot of people like to use, but these are actively hurting your sales if you are selling the wrong items on them. Because we'll go to My DIY and the capacity is only 32. And why is that important? I'll show you. So for one, we'll grab this box of boxes here. If you were to put these into a small cabinet, they can hold up to 6. And if you were to put them onto a shelf, each compartment can only hold 4. And why is that important? Well, whenever a customer randomly selects a shelf, they will select a specific section and they will roll a number depending on how many items are on said shelf. And the more items you have on said shelf, as you can see, a customer bought 5 of these, it appears. The more a customer can buy in one go. And that is very important. Let's box these up. It doesn't really matter, but I would prefer my customers not coming in here and shopping on empty shelves. Another thing to note is, yes, if you have empty shelves, customers will waste an action going to an empty shelf and thereby decreasing the amount of money you make if they choose to do so. So ensuring that you have your shelves as completely stocked as possible is always an important goal. Once a customer is online, they will not leave. Just keep that in mind, and it will also not make them unhappy. Not that that matters, because as of the current updates, as you can see, we have a 4.7, but regardless though, the negative reviews and the review app as a whole does not actually have any effect on gameplay at the moment. In the future, I do expect that it will, but right now it doesn't. And once you hit the level 30, I would highly recommend using this bad boy right here. This is the wide shelf, which you unlock later in the game. And that has a capacity of... Let us go over to my DIY and we'll scroll all the way down. The largest capacity in the game of 64, so I would use the small cabinets until level 30, and then I would switch over to those if your goal is to sell as much product as possible. Now, another question that I've been getting a lot, and for some reason people seem to believe this, but it is not true. If you choose to open one of these and pull the packs from a box, you do not have a higher chance of getting any good cards, okay? I don't know who started this rumor, but it is not true. It is much cheaper to just purchase the packs like this and open them like this. You have the exact same chance of getting the same cards. There's no difference. However, there is a difference between different types of cards. Now, very important to note, we have the Destiny variant of the epics here and the standard basic epics here. The only real difference between the two, aside from the fact that you're pulling Destiny cards or basic cards, is that the Destiny packs have a 1 in 500 chance of giving you a ghost card, and the basic packs have a 1 in 1,000 chance per pack of pulling one of these bad boys right here. And that's what everyone's really trying to collect. They are the hardest card in the game to get, especially these foil variants. I do have the numbers pulled up here, so let me see. The chance of getting a ghost foil is 1 in 20,000 from opening up a base pack like these here. And it's 1 in 10,000 from any of the Destiny packs. So if you're trying to hunt the ghost cards, especially the ghost foils, you're gonna want to open the Destiny packs exclusively. Also, while we're here at this card shelf, there's a few more things we should be going over. Guys, if your goal is to collect every card in the game, do not sell any of these types of cards. We have 3 different types here. 4 technically, but 6 technically. Hold on, bear with me. It's very early. The coffee still hasn't kicked in, but we have both the basic EX foils and the Destiny EX foils. These cards are going to be, hold on, 1 in every 285 packs, so they are quite rare. And even more rare, we have the foil full art cards, which you will be getting in 1 in every 1,142 packs on average. I know a lot of people pull these cards early game and they see the price tag. Some of them can go for crazy amounts. Let's open our binder here and look at our full arts. Filter by price. Yeah, look at these. Some of these cards are going for 5,000, 4,000. It's very tempting to sell them, and I would not recommend doing so unless you have duplicates. Like, I have 3 of these, so, you know, selling 2 is probably fine. But I know a lot of you are achievement hunters, and there is an achievement in the game for collecting 2,500 unique cards. And selling cards like this in the early game are really going to screw you over, because this is what you're really hunting for. If you don't get these full arts and these EX foils, you're never going to hit 2,500. So just do yourself a favor. I know the early game money seems like a big deal. It's really not. I promise you, it's really not. You could literally set up a power farm here where we're just making hella money, hella XP. Let's slam that enter key, see how much we made today. Just from selling one item, we've sold $66,000 worth of boxes, and we got 5,000 XP. That's very low on the XP today, unfortunately. But yeah, some days you'll be getting substantially more. I'm going for level 100, which is also another achievement. We're currently at level 69. Haha. Yeah. And there are a few more things I want to go over, guys, so bear with me here. I do apologize for the chaoticness of this video. The Reno Big app. Now, you're going to want to expand your shop as fast as possible. This includes Shop Lots B, which I know can be quite pricey early game. It costs $5,000 to get it, but if you can afford it, it's worth it. Why is it worth it? Because every time you level up your shop and every single time you purchase an expansion, you are increasing the amount of customers that come to your store each and every day, thereby increasing the amount of profit you make as well. So it pays dividends. Although the prices are expensive, the more days that pass, the more you're going to be making overall, which is phenomenal. Is there anything else I'm missing? Also, if you don't pay your bills, guys, a lot of people ask, what happens if I don't pay my bills? It takes out of your money automatically after the 7 days run up. And if you don't have enough money to pay, you will go into the negative and you will not be able to purchase new product. You could probably soft lock yourself in this game. I haven't tried it myself, but I think it's possible. As far as employees go, I know a lot of people like to hire these early employees and then put them on register. That's an awful idea. Until you're level 25, you are going to want to man the register yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be losing a substantial amount of money. Yeah, so what I recommend is for these first 3 employees, Put them on stocking. I know it sucks because Terrence here is slow at stocking, but it's better than nothing. And once you unlock Clark Cash, that's when you can consider putting someone on register. I would even recommend getting 2 registers just to help get customers in and out, because the faster they get in and the faster they get out, the more customers that spawn and the more money you make. And at the end of the day, if you want to progress in this game, you're going to want to make as much money as you can as soon as possible. With obvious exceptions. Try not to sell your cards if your goal is to get the achievements and or collect every card in the game. And yeah, I think that may be it, guys. As far as manage events go, I would completely ignore this unless of course you were going for the achievements of getting the Hollow Hate Heaven. I believe there's an achievement for unlocking the final game format. But you are going to be losing a lot of money having tables in your store, so just keep that in mind. If there's anything I missed, guys, please feel free to ask questions down in the comments below. I'm going to try to get to each and every question if I know the answer. If not, I would also highly recommend going on the Steam guides page for TCG Card Shop Simulator and looking for Loddze, Loddzzee. He has posted, I believe, 4 guides at this point, and every single one of them is phenomenal. If you want to learn as much about this game as you can, there's no better place to go. Also, guys, now that we're at the end of the video, if any of you have made it this far, comment a pineapple emoji down in the comments below. Also, let me know, how does this video sound? I did change some of the settings on my microphone, so it's going to sound a lot different than a lot of my older videos. Hopefully it's better. If not, we will revert back to the way it was before. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. We passed 2,000 subscribers. We're growing really fast, and we're going to be streaming tonight, so come out to that if you can. If not, that's fine. Regardless, though, guys, have a good one. Talk to you later.